After spending hours in the Battlefield 6 open beta, it's clear this game has a potential to be something special. The core foundation is strong, but there are several areas where the developers need to focus if they want this to be the best Battlefield experience in years. Let's break it down category by category, starting with the most critical elements first. Gunplay and weapon balance. The shooting in Battlefield 6 already feels better than its predecessor, but there's still fine-tuning needed. Weapon recoil patterns are inconsistent across similar gun classes, making some rifles feel far superior to others. Certain SMGs dominate in close-range fights, while assault rifles struggle at mid-range unless perfectly controlled. DMRs also need more identity. Right now, they feel like slower assault rifles with no major advantage. TTK should be revisited. Sometimes enemies drop instantly, while other times they seem to absorb a whole magazine. Consistency is key. Audio feedback on hit markers could also be made more distinct, so players clearly know when they've landed shots versus when they're hitting cover. Map design and flow. Visually, the maps look great, but their flow is mixed. Some lanes funnel players into choke points that become frustrating kill zones. Large open areas with minimal cover encourage camping and discourage movement. In a Battlefield game, every objective should feel approachable from multiple angles, rewarding creative flanking and coordinated pushes. The devs need to add more micro-cover, better vertical options, and improved sightline blocking to stop snipers from dominating entire sectors. Objective placement also matters. Too many flags feel clustered in one half of the map, leading to unbalanced matches. Vehicles and balance. Battlefield has always been about the interplay between infantry and vehicles, but in the beta, vehicles often felt too dominant. Light vehicles are almost as tanky as heavy ones, making it hard for infantry to counter them. Air vehicles, especially attack helicopters, can farm kills with little risk if the enemy team doesn't coordinate anti-air. To fix this, devs should adjust vehicle health pools, reduce splash damage radius on certain weapons, and ensure more accessible anti-vehicle tools are available from spawn. Vehicles should still feel powerful, but they shouldn't turn the match into target practice for the crew inside. Performance and optimization. Even on high-end systems, performance in the beta was inconsistent. Frame drops during explosions, stuttering when entering new areas, and input lag during heavy firefights all need addressing before launch. Battlefield is at its best when it feels smooth and responsive. Any hitching pulls you out of the experience. DLSS and FSR support should be refined, and console versions must hit stable frame rates without sacrificing too much visual clarity. Netcode also needs attention. There were multiple instances of dying behind cover or trading kills that fell off due to latency. Spawn system. Spawning in Battlefield 6 during the beta was hit or miss. Sometimes you'd spawn right in front of an enemy squad and die instantly. Other times, the spawn system placed you far from the fight, forcing a long sprint to get back into the action. The spawn logic should prioritize giving players a fighting chance while still allowing tactical positioning. Squad spawns need to be more reliable. If your squad is in combat, the system should prevent spawning directly on them unless there's actual cover nearby. Specialists and class identity. The specialist system is better than before, but it still needs refinement. Some abilities feel almost mandatory, while others see little use. Battlefield works best when each class has a defined role, encouraging teamwork rather than everyone running solo. The devs should rebalance gadgets so no single loadout dominates, and ensure support roles like medics and engineers feel rewarding to play. Limiting certain gear to specific classes could bring back more tactical decision-making. User interface and communication. The UI in the beta is functional but cluttered. On-screen markers sometimes overlap, making it hard to track objectives or enemies. The mini-map could be more detailed, and squad orders should be more visible. Voice chat worked inconsistently, and the quick ping system needs faster responsiveness to keep up with chaotic fights. Clear communication tools are vital in a team-based shooter, so this should be high priority. Progression and unlocks. One of the biggest motivators for players is feeling rewarded for their time, but the beta's progression felt slow. Unlocking new weapons and attachments took longer than it should, which could frustrate casual players. The devs should ensure progression is balanced so dedicated players have long-term goals, while new players can still access competitive gear without grinding excessively. Cosmetic unlocks, ribbons, and service stars can provide that sense of achievement without locking core gameplay tools behind steep requirements. Audio design. Battlefield's audio has always been one of its strongest points, but the beta had some odd issues. Footstep audio was inconsistent. Sometimes enemies could sprint up behind you without a sound. Gunfire occlusion was also unreliable, making it hard to tell if shots were nearby or far away. Improving directional audio and ensuring all sound cues are clear will massively help situational awareness. Matchmaking and team balance. During the beta, team stacking was noticeable. Some matches were heavily one-sided simply because skilled players all ended up on one team. A better skill-based team balance system could help avoid frustrating steamrolls. Matchmaking should also try to keep squads together while still maintaining fair competition. In conclusion, Battlefield 6 has a solid core. The gunplay is satisfying, the destruction feels impactful, and the potential for epic moments is very real. But to turn this into a truly great Battlefield experience, the developers need to focus on balancing weapons and vehicles, improving map flow, fixing performance issues, refining the spawn system, and making teamwork essential again. The beta has given us a glimpse of what's possible. Now it's up to the devs to take that feedback seriously and deliver a polished, balanced, and unforgettable game at launch. If they get these improvements right, Battlefield 6 won't just be good. It could be the title that brings a franchise back to its peak.